Should you quit or should you commit? We'll talk about all that and more in today's episode of Vision of Success TV. This week, I've been fielding all kinds of questions that have a very similar train of thought. It comes from a couple different patterns. One of them being, I absolutely hate my job. There's nothing about it that I like, but I'm in a position in my life where it's actually a pretty good job from the standpoint of flexibility. It allows me to work my own hours, and it allows me to enjoy my kids who are both in high school. And with only a couple years left before they head off to college, I'm not sure if I want to make that kind of change. Do I really want to quit? And also, the other side of it is, I've been given a great opportunity, and I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure if I should make that much change in my life. Should I move my kids and my family to a completely different city, to a completely different arena that they might not be used to? Do I really want to pick up and leave family and friends and everything I've grown accustomed to over the last few years or even my entire life? Do I make that kind of change, and do I commit to something new? Now, both of them have a very similar standpoint of they all come down to extreme change in your life. Do you want to mess with things that may or may not be going right? Do you want to mess with things that right now you're comfortable with, no matter how much you like them or how much you accept them in your life? Because in either case, once you commit to a change, once you make a change in your life, you're asking for a lot of things to happen. All of a sudden, your entire life gets thrown into upheaval, right? Even if it's something you want and something you expect. So the real question comes down to, should you quit or should you commit? Should you make that kind of decision? Usually when I come up with that type of question, when it comes down to those two things, I ask myself two additional questions to see if it's the right choice for me. Number one is, if I looked at this question, if I looked at this problem and tried to find a solution without taking anything else into mind, without looking at it from my friends or my family's perspective, or even my spouse or my kids' perspective, if I looked at it just for me, how would I feel about this? Would I jump at the opportunity? Or would I turn away from it? Is it something that truly excites me and makes me want to jump at it and say, yes, I want to give this my all? That's your first instinct, because if something makes you feel that passionate about it, if it's something that really excites you, it deserves a second look. It deserves the opportunity to potentially become a part of your life and make a change for the better. The second question you have to ask yourself is, how is this change going to impact you 5 years down the road? Now, if you can honestly say in 5 years, this particular change is not something you still want in your life, or maybe it will be a stepping stone to something better, that's going to give you your second indicator as to whether this is the right choice for you. If this is going to help piggyback you into something, a greater opportunity, or something even better that you've always wanted in your career, in your life, then you know you're on the right track. If you can really feel it, if it says it pulls you in and makes you want to take action, you know it might be the right step for you. Now, not saying that everything that really gets you excited and is a golden opportunity might not necessarily be the right choice for you. There's still other areas that you have to evaluate and make sure you're on the right path for success. But again, if you can really feel it and you know that in your heart and soul, this is something that's going to drive you and move you forward, you know it's worth further exploration. Now, every single week right here on Vision of Success, I offer you a wealth of tips and strategies to help you reinvent yourself and become the woman you are meant to be. I do that both in video format, like on this one, and I also do it in blog or written format, in which I share a variety of tips to help you become the best you can be. I welcome you to sign up and enjoy. Thank you. We'll see you next week.